Thanks, Christina. Good morning, everyone. It's good to be here again. Last year I presented and I'd just joined Flynn Gold as Managing Director, and we've had a pretty interesting 12 months. I'll just grab the pointer here so that I know what I'm doing. We'll go through the disclaimer. You can read that at your leisure. So what's important about Flynn Gold at the moment? First of all, we just completed a rights issue yesterday. We raised $2.5 million. Combined with the money we already had in the bank, we've now got $3.5 million in the bank, which for a company of our market cap means we're very well funded and allows us to focus on what we're doing next. And our activities have already started back in Tasmania, where we're focused on chasing high-grade Victorian-style gold mineralisation. So as Christina mentioned, Southern Cross Gold has had a very good run of late with their discoveries. They've drilled about 10 times the number of holes and 10 times the number of metres into their Sunday Creek prospect, as we've done at our Trafalgar prospect, where we've had the most success. And so hopefully we're on a pathway where we're following in the footsteps of Southern Cross Gold with their exploration activities. So our aim over the next 12 months is to really advance these projects. As I said, we've only got a handful of drill holes in place, and we want to prove up some significant gold mineralisation on our prospects. And just also looking at the strike rate that Southern Cross Gold on their drilling, they've got about 30 odd hits, which have over sort of 50 to 100 grams or over 100 grams metre of gold from their 170 drill holes. From our 15 drill holes we've got at Trafalgar to date, 5 of those have intersected gold over 100 grams per tonne. And some of those are 100 grams a metre results as well. And that's from very shallow depths of about 20 metres, down to about 250 metres in the deepest intersection. So we're starting to get some continuity from the drilling, which last year when I was talking here, we only had a few hits. So as I said, we're drilling back at Golden Ridge right now. First hole has been completed yesterday, and we're targeting some of these high-grade intervals, which I'll present to you. And of course, that means there's assay results not too far around the corner. This is a corporate snapshot which shows you the capital structure and the board. The bottom bottom right-hand corner, you can see John Ford is on the board. John's Chief Investment Officer for Lau Resources Fund, and Lau are sitting at 4.4% holding in Flynn Gold. Now, Lau came in at the seed level, they came in at the IPO level, and they've participated in every capital raising since, including the rights issue we completed this week. So they are a very big supporter of us. And why are they a big supporter of us? They're a big supporter because they believe that northeast Tasmania has got the right geological setting for high-grade gold discoveries, just like the Victorian goldfields. Also on the board, we've got Sam Garrett, who's a geologist with a number of discoveries under his belt, and Clive Duncan, our chairman. He's representing, amongst other things, our major shareholder, a fellow named Colin Burke, who's very supportive and has also heavily supported the company over the last couple of capital raisings. You can see there at a share price of 2.6 cents, which we're trading at today, our enterprise value is a very low $3-point-something million. So why northeast Tasmania? Well, quite often you hear people talking about we're going to go and explore for Victorian gold in Victoria undercover in the Murray River Basin. What they should be doing is, instead of looking north, they should be looking south towards Tasmania, and that's what we're doing, because we don't have the Murray River Basin covering the northeast part of Tasmania, but the geological setting is very similar, orogenic style gold in most cases, and there is a history of high-grade gold being found in Tasmania. If you look at Beaconsfield, for example, almost 2 million ounces have been mined there, and the first phase of mining there up until World War I had gold at 26 grams per tonne being mined out of that deposit. Closer to our ground, Mathina closed about 100 years ago. That pulled out 250,000 ounces at also 26 grams per tonne. And the only operating gold mine in Tasmania right now is at the Henty Gold Mine over on the west coast. For those who want to do their research, that mine opened in 1996. It had about 500,000 tonnes in the ore reserve at a grade of, you guessed it, 26. That mine is still running today, and they've pulled out 1.5 million ounces of gold and still going strong. So So Tasmanian gold has high grade as an attribute. So also people talk to me about Tasmania as a mining jurisdiction, and it really is a tier 1 jurisdiction. I come from Western Australia where I thought we knew everything there was to do about mining gold, but certainly Tasmania has been a refreshing surprise to me, and it certainly is got good infrastructure, good workforce and a supportive regulatory regime. So there's 2 areas we've been working on, and I'll talk about Golden Ridge in particular in the time I've got. It's what we believe is a large intrusive related gold system. Whereas Warrantina, it's part of a structure which runs from Mangana in the south, you can see there, up to Lyndhurst in the north, and there's about 80 to 100 kilometres of gold workings in that area. So that's very much an orogenic style, Victorian style gold prospect. So this photo at the bottom here shows you the environment we're dealing in. So we're drilling at Golden Ridge. Where we're drilling is forestry country, state controlled. There's plantations. You can see in the foreground in that photo where it's been recently logged, and in the middle ground in the depression is plantation timber. And Golden Ridge is in the background. You can see the arrows pointing to Trafalgar and Brilliant, where we've done most of our drilling to date. We've got a drill rig at Trafalgar drilling at the moment. And the environment at Trafalgar is very similar. That photo on the right-hand side shows drilling where we're at the top of the ridge, but we're also been drilling down the bottom where we are now. So not only is it state forest, we can get permits to get in there very quickly. We don't have to deal with a whole lot of red tape before we go and do some drilling. We've got direct relationships with all the mines department people. And our staff live in the community, so they're members of the community, and they have strong support from their families, friends and everyone else who is supplying us with their services. And the other thing about Tasmania, which is really quite good, you know, when you talk about mining operations these days, is, you know, ESG, green credentials or what have you. Well, most of the energy in Tasmania is generated through their hydropower schemes, so you've got reliable, renewable energy in that state. So this is a map of Golden Ridge. You can see it's the pink area is a granite intrusive, which is pushed up. It's cooked up the sedimentary rocks surrounding it, and it's along that contact, which is now 9 kilometres long, that we've identified. We've got old workings and we've got soil anomalies showing up. So you can see in the middle there where the Brilliant prospect is. We've done some drilling there and confirmed gold mineralisation from historical drilling as well. We've stepped across to Trafalgar and done 14 holes and just completed our 15th one yesterday. And we've also done a dozen RC drill holes along the range, and we've hit some mineralisation in all of those a dozen RC drill holes. And we've also, over the last few months over summer, had the team out there doing more soil sampling, extending our soil sampling to the north on the east and west sides. And we've identified new gold anomalies at a place called Grenadier on the west, Big Penny on the east, and also in the granites itself at a place called Duke. So the more we work in this area, the more we're finding, and we're certainly not just focusing on the Trafalgar area. We are looking at extending our regional exploration program to see if we can find these other targets to grow this system. So this is an overview slide. If you imagine you're looking from the northeast to the southwest, you can see on the right-hand side is that Grenadier. The black line running around is the contact between the granites and the sediments, and the coloured layer over the top is the soil sampling. So the red areas are the high-grade gold hotspots, and you can see they match up with the Brilliant and also at Trafalgar. And we're also, between those two, there's an area called the Link Zone, and that's an area which is really quite interesting. There's gold in soil anomalies there. There's workings with gold that's been recorded there, and we've recently just identified the old original Golden Ridge adit, and we've had a team in there sampling there, and I'll show you something about that a little bit later. So this is a prospective horizon. You can see the drilling we did at some of those RC drill holes, like at Link Zone, there's LZRC001, had some 2s and 3 grams in it. Number 4 had 33 metres at half a gram. Now these are RC holes we drilled just to test if there was mineralisation there. And down at Trafalgar, where we've got 5 holes out of 15 over 100 grams, we've got intervals like 4 metres at 23.7, including half a metre at 169 grams per tonne gold at a depth of about 23 metres. And I'll just show you that area now, because we've done a lot of modelling over the last few months. You can see there's 3 veins running sort of basically east-west across that map, and they're the main veins which we've mapped. There's the Trafalgar Main, the Magazine Vein and Trafalgar South. And where we've hit these high-grade zones, that's where these veins are. So as I said, we've got 5 intersections out of 15 holes drilled. The width of the mineralisation is over 400 metres along strike. It's open to the east, open to the west. And we've got 2 holes you can see there, phase 3 drilling. Hole 16 has just been completed down to a depth of 356 metres. We've been testing all those 3 veins with that hole. And the rig will move over to the east to test beneath that high-grade hit of half a metre at 169 in hole 17. So over the next few weeks, you'll start to see results from those sampling, from that drilling being reported. We've also done some important met test work and identified that this gold is free. It's not refractory, as far as we can see from this test work, and we've done, we've had recoveries of almost 95% gold through that leaching test work. So this map shows the 2 sections, or these 2 sections show where we're drilling at the moment. So the left right-hand one shows hole 17, which we're drilling at the moment. Hole 16 is on the left, and you can see hole 16 was drilled right under the old shaft, between where the old shaft bottoms out and the 2 hits which were in the main vein. There's 0.4 at 150 and another 0.4 at 138. So we're testing that high-grade shoot in that drilling, and also these other veins that are running off it. And similarly down to the existing hole, hole 17, off to the west, to the east, we're testing that as we speak. So look forward to those results being reported. Additional drilling will be decided on once we've got the results of these 2 holes. Just to give you the link zone, as I said, these photos here show the old workings. They were mined in the 1800s, we're not sure when, but probably about 1880. Very, very good condition. The adit's dry. It's about 125 metres long, so they obviously were chasing something. And they intersected, or down about 100 metres in, they've done a right-hand turn and put in a northeast orientated drive on some mineralisation that they've obviously picked up, which matches up with what's on the surface about 60 metres above. So we've got some very good geological information from getting in there and having a look at this. There'll be more mapping done on that as we go forward. We've collected a few samples, and we look forward to seeing what the results of those come out from in the coming days. I'll skip through Warrantina. So just to wrap up, over the next few weeks, our focus will certainly be on drilling at Trafalgar and Golden Ridge generally. We're looking forward to having some successful results there. We think that we're on the path to establishing some significant gold mineralisation in this system. An intrusive-related gold system like this can carry multiple million ounces, like a lot of them do around the world. So it's an excellent location for us to be exploring. We've got good support from the community, and combined with a good management team, I think at our current share price, it wouldn't be hard to suggest that maybe a 10-bagger is not too far away. Thank you for your time today.